lecture, we are going to learn how to create a heat map in Excel. Heat maps are visuals in Excel which are used to visualize trends or relationships using color scales of conditional formatting. To your right hand side, you can see two heat maps. One heat map is using the blue, white, and red color scale in order to visualize the data. The second one is using a green, yellow, red color scale in order to visualize the data. This is how a heat map looks like. Without spending more time on explaining the theory of heat maps, let's create and build one ourselves in Excel. So I'll switch back to Excel, and here we have the data of a few cities to my left hand side. At the top we have different month names from January till December, and we have the average high temperature for all these cities for all the different months year. What we need to do is visualize this data and answer the two following questions. One, which city out of them is the hottest and when is it the hottest? Second question, which city out of them is the coldest and when is it the coldest, in which month? To answer both these questions, what we can do is create a color scale heat map out of our data. To do that, I will select my data from here, that is the cell, Control Shift right, Control Shift down to select my entire data. Go to conditional formatting and try to apply a color scale. If I select the first option of a green, yellow, red color scale, as you can see in our data here or our heat map here, which is turning into a heat map right now, all the values which are towards the higher end are shown in green color. All the values which are towards the lower end are shown in red color. Is this something that we want? Not really. What we want to do is associate colors which our brain already associates with temperature. For example, we already are accustomed to having higher temperatures in red color because they are hot and colder in blue color, which represents more towards the icy or watery side. So what we can do is use a blue, white and red color scale. I'll go to the color scale and instead of selecting the first option, go to the second row and select the first option from there, which is white, blue, white and red color scale. What this will do is it will apply blue color towards the higher number and red towards the lower number. Do we have higher temperatures in blue color? Not really. I actually want the opposite of it because higher temperatures are hotter temperatures and red is more suitable to them instead of blue. And colder ones require blue color instead of the red color that we have right now. So instead of having a blue, white, red color scale, I will select the option next to it, which is the red, white and blue color scale. Click on it and apply it here. Now all the values which are extremely high will have a very dark shade of red. Everything in between will have a shade of red here and white. And the colder temperatures, as you can see, will be having an extreme shade of blue as well. This easily helps me understand that Phoenix is the hottest city and it is hottest in these months. And Anchorage is the coldest city. It is the coldest in Jan, Feb, November, December as well. What we need to do now after answering these questions is to perfect our heat map. And the way to do it is by hiding all these numerical values. Let's only keep the blocks of different colors to create a proper heat map and remove all these values. But how do I do that? If I simply select all my values and hit the delete key, my color scale will also go away because my color scales depend on these actual values in order to determine the color. So if I remove the number or the values, my color scale will have nothing to figure out the color from and it will not be applied. So we cannot simply delete the values. Another option could be to change the color to white color. So I'll go to the formatting options here, font color, and change it to white. This is better than deleting the values but still not perfect. As you can see, we can still see the values. So again, this is not the best approach to go with. Instead of doing something like this, we can make use of a small conditional formatting, or I would say just a formatting trick which helps you hide your data. So the data is still there in the cell, but it is simply hidden from your eyesight. And the way to do it is by changing the formatting of all these cells to a custom formatting. The way to do it is to go to the drop down of number formatting and go to more number formats, or you can simply click on the icon at the bottom right and reach the same box. Here we have this box. In this box, we need to go to category of custom to have a custom formatting applied to it. After going to custom, I will change the type from general to 3 semicolons. 3 semicolons will be a full stop and a comma at the bottom. This is how it would look like. And you need to enter 3 semicolons in your number formatting. That is the custom formatting that you are having here. Once you enter 3 semicolons, you need to click on OK. What this will do is it will simply hide your data. Changing the formatting to 3 semicolon type as custom will simply hide the data from the selected cells. Once you click on OK, as you can see, the numbers are now gone, but the conditional formatting color scale still remains. The reason for that being, if I go to this cell, I can still see 23 in my formula bar. If I double click on it, now I can see 23 that is behind the scenes. If I go to this cell, I can see 59. This cell I can see 82 and so on. Which means my numerical values are still there, but they are simply hidden from my eyesight. The simple way in which you can do it is by simply adding 3 semicolons. Let's highlight this to make you understand how a semicolon looks like. That's how a semicolon looks like. So you can simply put in 3 semicolons as the custom formatting type and hide your data. You can use this small little trick not just in heat maps but for your own data as well in case you want to hide them but not delete them. That's how we can create a heat map in Excel. That's it for this lecture, and I'll see you in the next one.